What's going on, guys?
Hey, hey.
How you doing? It's your boy Jack Malacco, and joined with me today is
His
Sylvester.
fellow old soul.
Yeah, man. It's the old soul stream. Got some mellow energy going on today. It's different. We're trying out a new mic situation. We don't have the gong in front of us. It's migrated up there. So this is going to be an interesting podcast, man, or an interesting stream. I don't know why I keep calling it the podcast.
Yeah.
I've done that since day one. I've been calling it the podcast. But anyway, guys, welcome to the Tuesday live stream. I'm your host, Jack Malacco. Here with me again, Sylvester. So,
Good to be with you, Jack.
as always, guys, we are going to be doing a pretty cool stream today. We've got our link to the giveaway down in the description if you want to go check that out. As always, we're going to give away one of three $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website. And you have the chance to win that at the end of the stream. Now, to get into that giveaway, you have to do three things. You have to go ahead and go down there, and then you're going to give us your name, give us your email address so that we can give you the gift card if you win. And the third thing, this one's important. I always say this. I'm like a broken record, man. Got to give us your YouTube channel username. Again, your YouTube channel username is that thing that appears next to whatever you write in the chat. All right? So, besides that, we need to let you know that you need to be here at the end of the stream. If you are not here, 45 minutes in is when we're going to draw the first winner. If you're not here, we're going to tag you in the chat. Make sure that you're participating. And then once we tag you, you got to respond. All right? Those are the ground rules. Other than that, it's free reign. Don't be mean in the chat. Let's have some fun. Oh, man, let me drag this thing closer to me. I'm like leaning forward, and I want to recline. It's a little bit too close. There we go. All right, guys. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. Let's talk about some products, first of all. So, if you didn't notice, I'm wearing the newest product right here. This is the Beardbrand Forever t-shirt. I should have worn it last week when we first teased it, but now I finally have mine. It's all washed. It's all wonderful, and I am liking it. It's kind of looser fit than the the black shirt that we have that has the distressing, and
Yeah.
it feels good. It feels nice, and it's especially nice to wear right now because it's so hot out.
Yeah.
I don't find myself wearing a lot of black right now. I mean, it was 112 degrees yesterday here in Austin, Texas. At least what my car said. I'm not sure if that's totally accurate, man, but holy cow. I mean, you're in pants. I don't even know how you're doing that.
Yeah, well, we caught a little break today. It's like 92.
Yeah. Hell was freezing over.
We consider that a blessing in the Texas summer.
It is brutal, man. I have never been in heat like this. I went outside yesterday to get something out of my car, and it felt like my body was shutting down. So I made this video last Friday where I basically addressed like how to handle your beard when it's really hot outside. I actually had to like go back and like relearn some of the stuff I said in that video because I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I was wearing that bandana I showed in that video all day yesterday when I got home. I was just miserable. But man, anyway, to get back to the point, I'm just derailing this whole thing. This is the new shirt that's available right now. It's white, so it'll be nice when it's nice and hot out right now. Pick that up on the Beardbrand store. We just launched it last week. So pick yourself up one right now. I think you're going to like it, guys.
Yeah, it's my favorite design to date, actually.
I really do like it. There's something cool about it.
I think it plays universal. You could dress it up, or you could even, kind of just rock it like you are, just comfortable and casual.
Yeah, man. It's one of those situations where... I got the microphone in front of my face. It's one of those situations where I wasn't super thrilled about it when I first saw it. I was like, this is different. Because I had this preconceived idea of like what every shirt should look like. And I think we all have ideas of like what every design is and what every company should be and shouldn't be. And so when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not 100% on this one. But then I finally started wearing it, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I get it. Like in action, I really, really do like this. All right? So... besides that, guys, let me talk a little bit about... I'm like talking my head off right now. Don't worry, Sylvester will talk at some point in this live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just saving his voice for those style consultations, which he is a lot better at than I am. Anyway, guys, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on with the channel in terms of some videos coming out. Coming up, I don't know if you guys checked out the video on Saturday. Got some pretty good views in that, pretty good engagement. Sylvester was in his first official video, man. We started a series called The Beards of Beardbrand. This will give you guys the idea of like who is really part of Beardbrand, who works here, who is behind this awesome company. You know, besides the Eric Banholtzes, the Jack Malaccos, the Carlos Costas, and everyone else, man. This is the lifeblood behind Beardbrand. So Sylvester was the very first episode. Carlos sat down with you on this very couch.
Yeah, we got
It
to
was
sit
very
right here.
cool. Yeah, it was. That was a cool video. It was cool. You guys talked about patches in the beard, talked about like where you've been in life, and just basically embracing what you have. It was a very cool video. And
Yeah, we chatted a little bit about kind of embracing what you're able to wear,
Yeah.
or what you're able to grow rather, and wearing it with confidence.
Absolutely,
and dealing with maybe what would be known as what we call a patchy beard.
yeah, definitely.
It's not a patchy beard. It's a beard with some patches in it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah, it was really nice to sit down with Carlos and kind of share that perspective, and then also really being able to kind of talk about how you can change things stylistically in your grooming routine to maybe to work with your clothes style or your a hat or
Absolutely.
whatever. So yeah, man.
It was a good
fun.
video. We've got plenty more of those on the way. We've got almost every single dude that works here in Beardbrand has done one of these things. We still need to get Dominic into these, and we need to get James at one point. But other than that, man, I think we have covered almost every single guy here in the office. It's been great. Anyway, besides that, we have got some more cool videos on the way. Eric and I have been making a lot of great studio videos that are going to be coming out. I really, really appreciate the support that we got on yesterday's video. We'll get into that a little bit more towards the special topic portion of this live stream. But man, I mean, did you get a chance to watch yesterday's video? Your beard does not suck.
I did not.
It's a good one. I mean, I'm not biased because it was me in the video, but man, it was one of those ones where I almost was making it partly for myself, but for a lot of guys out there that just need a little bit of encouragement, because I feel like there's a lot of negativity going on around there. I mean, we sort of teased that in the title of this live stream. It's called Addressing the Hate. And we will get into that, like I said, in the special topics after we do the style consultations. But there seemed to be a lot of hate going around in the community right now, especially in the bearded community. There's a lot of controversy going around. There's a lot of negativity. And yesterday was kind of something that went against the grain. That was a little bit more positive. So we'll talk about that more later. But for right now, man, let's get into some style consultations.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
So one thing to keep in mind, guys, the gong is... Wait, here, got the stick. Gong is back here. It's on a ledge. I'm terrified that I'm going to knock it off, but I could not see. I could not see enough of you guys when we had it in front of us. We had it right here. We're still building out a more proper studio, but as for right now, man, I could not see anyone when I was doing, or I couldn't see them enough when I was doing the style consultation. So now it's going to chill up there, and I'll be able to see people better, and hopefully I can get better style consultations that way. All right? Let's get into it.
All right.
All right. Let me put 1 minute on the clock. We were doing 45 seconds last week, and I think that was not enough time. That was just, I don't know. It felt like we were going overtime every single dude we would do. So we will do 1 minute and go for it, man. You can take the reins.
All right. So
let's rock and roll.
Yeah. So first of all, killer style, man. I dig the bald head with the big beard. The first thing that comes to mind is this gentleman's face shape. This is what I would consider more of a round face shape. And so a couple of things when working with a round face shape is keeping your beard about this length. I think it kind of it lends itself to being to complementing the face shape a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
If you wanted to change that up, you could kind of let it grow and then do kind of like a Hollywoodian style beard.
Yeah, I can
where
see
you
that.
clean it up right through the sideburns, and then you kind of bring a little bit of length and and density right towards the center of the face. That's kind of change up your face shape a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I don't know, based on the photo that you've shared, you're killing it, man.
Absolutely. And you got 2 seconds to spare. 1 and
2.
Bada boom.
Ha!
Sweet. See, now we got a noise for each one of these, so we're going to really hold ourselves to doing only a minute for everyone so that we can get to more guys, all right?
Nice.
Let's bring it on and rock and roll.
All right, when you are ready.
Let's go to the next guy.
Oh,
Sweet.
there we go.
Oh, I noticed that. Or not that beard, but I recognize those posters back there. All right, let's go. Rock and roll. 1 minute. This guy. Wow, that is an interesting beard. So right away, the first thing I'm noticing is the unconventional mustache shape. It looks like it's gone all natural, but it also at the same time looks like he's not trimming it, but pushing it to the sides. I do like that, but I would encourage this guy to maybe try pushing it down. Not so that it's covering his entire mouth to where he's like eating his mustache every time he goes to eat, but I would encourage him to just try going down a little bit farther, because at the current moment, there's something uncanny about it, I would say. Other suggestion I could say about this one is bring that mustache into little points on the side, almost an imperial or a handlebar, if you want to go with that, if you want to go full-on showman. Let's talk about the hair on top right now. So the hair, I would consider going a little bit shorter. It does look like he has a higher hairline up there, and overall, I think a shorter look would suit this guy a little bit better. All right? Anything to add with that one, man? Oh, we got a minute.
Hey, there it
man,
is.
it's not going to happen.
Are we gonging this thing?
Should we gong it? I think we should keep gonging it.
Keep gonging it.
No one's going to hear it because we're just working off of these microphones. But, man, I'm going to say we keep gonging it just for posterity reasons.
Heck yeah,
It's too
man.
much
Jack.
fun. What's up, man?
Is that ringtone off of Black Mirror?
No, that's just the default alarm, man. Maybe Black Mirror is stealing my things. Anyway, let's keep it going, man.
Who do we got next?
I see someone sneaking up, man. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let's go. 1 minute on the clock. Rock and roll, man.
Cool, man. So first thing that pops out to me in this particular photo is the two-tone color in the beard.
A little bit of white.
Yeah, a little bit of white, which I'm definitely all about. I definitely encourage, if you haven't heard me before say this, but go with your body's natural chemistry. So dig that. As far as the style, I mean, great density. What I would encourage you to do is, if you're going for the shorter beard style, maybe consider keeping the cheek line a little more clean than it is right now. Again, this is just based on the photo that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But what I would probably love to see from this particular gentleman is to maybe grow it out a little bit more, and give yourself some opportunity to maybe cover the patches that you have here, and those are pretty natural. I think a lot of guys have those.
Yeah.
But grow out your beard. Let's kind of see some more of those two-tone colors in there, and then grow out that stash, man. It's a killer. You got potential for a pretty gnarly stash.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Got some fun chats going on. I can see people laughing around the office over by us. All right. We got a minute going. Let's see. All right. So this guy has got one of the quintessential mustache caps, and I do like it. He rocks it well. You know what, man? I actually really like the length this guy has for his beard. If he grew it out any longer, I think it would end up looking a little bit too round. So I like what he's working with. It comes in a little bit weaker on the chin. You can tell from the flash of the camera. So keep an eye on that as it continues to grow. And maybe if it does continue to stay as it is and the rest keeps growing, maybe go in for a blend at your barbershop. I can see someone sneaking in up there. As for the hair, I do like it, but if I could suggest anything, maybe get a little bit of sea salt spray in there, tame it down a little bit, and perhaps brush it back. I think this guy could wear his hair back. We had a video about a surfer haircut about a week or two ago. I think that was one that this guy could really benefit from watching. You know, the kid came in with hair just like this, and it ended up going backwards, so it looked really good in the end. And one. Sweet. All right, man. Let's keep it going. Ooh,
All
cool
right.
glasses. All righty. 1 minute. Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Rock and roll.
Again, another great beard and great head hair. As far as, I mean, again, based on the photo that I can see here, it looks like you're keeping those cheek lines pretty clean,
Definitely.
and the neckline is pretty clean. Going with what we would probably call more of a corporate beard, right?
Yeah, definitely.
As far as the head hair, again, I'm not sure how often you're cutting your hair, but maybe consider every 1 to 2 weeks if you're keeping the fade nice and clean on the side, and then kind of the little bit of length up on top. And what I would encourage you to do, it looks like there's a little bit of weight on the head hair.
Yeah.
Maybe consider going for some of our sea salt spray and styling balm as a combination. It'll give you that hold that you're looking for, pairing both of those products.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll kind of give you more of a natural finish on the top of on your head hair. But if you're going for that wet look, man, then keep doing what
Here's
you're
the
doing.
minute. We've been forgetting to gong this thing. Ooh, that was a tinny one. Anyway, let's keep it going. You know, with that last guy's hair, he was rocking a very wet look. I think we're seeing kind of a lapse in that. I think a lot of guys are rocking a more matte look right now, so I think what you said was very true with a lot of that stuff. Okay, 1 minute. So, with this fellow right here, I do like his style. I like that whole getup he's in, the red and blue. It's very nice. Beard is extremely thick, very follically blessed, man, very follically gifted. I would not touch that unless you want to shorten it up if you ever have the feeling to, but honestly, man, I wouldn't touch that. Now, let's talk about the hair on top, okay? So, what this guy has is a very similar growth pattern to Mahesh, actually. Where it does grow, but it is very thin, but he is making the right decision to keep it very short. If he was to let that grow out in the top, it wouldn't look, very flattering. If I could encourage him, I would, let's propose a challenge to this guy. If he could try anything to go out on a branch, maybe try shaving the head. I don't know. I think that might look really good with this guy. The bald head and big, thick beard look that this guy has could be really good. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that real quick? 2 seconds.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Same. Sweet. All right. Let's keep it going. Here we go. This is you.
Oh,
1
man.
minute. Go.
Well, there's definitely some tone difference between the head hair and the beard, and I think that's pretty unique and pretty cool. I always like the different color, like in your beard. I said this a little earlier, but to go with your body's natural chemistry. But having like a clear definition of difference in color like this, I think adds a little bit of, it kind of helps you stand out in a crowd and makes you look a little different. That being said, it looks like the mustache area doesn't maybe grow in as full. So what I would encourage you to do is keep growing and keep letting it grow. Set a time frame of about 90 days to grow that out without touching it, right?
That's a good time frame.
And not only that, but man, I lost my train of thought. Hate when that happens.
Oh, it's all good. You got 2 more seconds.
Yeah, man, that's it.
All right. Let's do it. Ooh, look at this guy.
Nice.
I feel like I may have seen this guy, maybe in a past life. Anyway, 1 minute. Right away. Amazing color on this one. Cool photo, too. I do like this guy's hairstyle. It's almost reminds me a little bit of a variation of what Carlos wears, maybe a little bit shorter than what he has, but I do like it. It works well for this guy's whole unique style. With the mustache, if it can continue to grow, keep on growing that thing out. It's a very similar looking beard to Greg Brzezinski, and I think with a big old mustache where you can twirl it, it would look really cool. Go for sort of Verde style, There is a bit of a wisp going on, so if I can encourage this guy to maybe have the hairs blended or try out the blow dryer trick or even just get a round brush into your technique, I think that would really help this guy's beard to sit a little bit flatter and more of a round shape rather than where it's kind of curly right now. It does look like he's somewhere Florida-esque, so he's dealing with a lot of humidity wherever he is, if he is truly in a Florida-esque place. And, man, utility balm is your friend in places like that, man. Can't stress that enough. Every time I go to Florida, break out my utility balm over my beard oil, man. There we go. Ooh, a little bit of tin on the end. All right. 1 minute. Let's do it. Woo.
This is a really cool, unique look and unique photo. He's shaving the head here, and I'm not sure if that's just because he's thinning or if he prefers a shorter hairstyle.
Maybe.
But some guys would call this bald. I like to call this a velvet head. Man, just keep up the maintenance there. But as far as the beard, it's borderline, I would say maybe kind of a patchy beard. Not quite a patchy beard.
Bit.
Just doesn't grow in as full. Very similar to mine, in fact. So this is not coming from a bad place. But what I would recommend, you can clearly see that there's great density towards the center of the face. What I would do is keep this a little shorter. Or maybe consider reaching out to a barber on a professional scale and seeing what they can kind of do to clean up this chin area so you can avoid getting that chin strap look.
Yes, where it's really thick
that beard
right
strap, yeah. And then keeping the neckline pretty clean at all times. If you're rocking this shorter beard style, keep that neckline clean because that's going to just bring better presentation all around.
Absolutely. Man, I like having the noise. It keeps us better to these things. All right. Here we go. Another thick beard and thick head of hair. I do like this style. I've been seeing a lot of guys rocking this style, this big, thick pompadour style lately. It's cool. I do like it. We had a video today, actually, that aired that had a very similar kind of thing where the guy actually had the pompadour comb back with fingers. Now, I could encourage this guy to go for that, personally, because I think that looked really cool. I do like the cone back look where it's very uniform and everything's very nice, but there is something that I personally do think looks a little bit better right now in this day and age with the way fashion is going, the way that hairstyles are going right now, that I think a little bit more choppy and a little bit more uneven where, you can really tell that it's been run through with fingers looks a little bit better in my personal opinion. Also, the guy in today's video had a low fade. I think this guy right here could maybe try that out for himself. In terms of the beard, very good beard. If he wants to watch those lines, it does seem like it's going to frizz out on certain days, especially as it gets humid in the summer. You got to watch that. Remember, I guess you'll never remember, because I will not say it, because I will not speak farther than 1 minute. All right? Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Rock and roll, my man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'm on the clock.
You are on the clock.
Long hair, first
Absolutely.
thing that pops out, color, the ginger beard, similar to our friend Josh. We didn't get to say hi to Josh.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
But ginger in color, so that's awesome. I definitely love the long hair, man. If I could, I would rock long hair down to my butt, and it would just be wild and crazy and curly and all the above. But killer hair, man. If you're growing out your hair, I like the man bun, the single tie in the back to kind of keep the hair out of the face. Cool. It's great. As far as the beard, it's a little more, again, falls into the patchy area. I don't know how long you've been growing out this beard, but if you've reached that 90-day mark, then I would consider where your strengths are. And man, honestly, if you wanted to go a little shorter, and this is going to be crazy, but if you wanted to go a little shorter and cut the mustache, then you would go for...
Whaler?
A whaler.
There you go. Oh, just in time. Look at that. By the way, we mentioned Josh. Josh, do you want to show yourself off real quick to the fine folks at home?
Yeah, let me get my mic on.
All right, let's get your mic on. Let's see. Let's have a good look at the boy.
Go to look at him.
Let's have a good look at the man who runs this entire thing. Because honestly, guys, if Josh was not here,
I got a little pop out.
Yeah, he's got a little pop out. How about that? That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice.
So that is Josh's handle. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram. All right, let's keep the show going.
Post pictures of my girlfriend.
There you go. Okay, let's keep it going. Well, good?
Right.
Yeah, next one.
Yeah, you want to talk about him again?
Yeah, we can talk about him again. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. Let's go. 1 minute.
All right, you're on.
So, with this guy. Oh, man. This is not the guy that you showed me this morning, was it?
No.
No. Okay, just a very similar beard. I recognized that little notch in the beard, and I was like, wait, that looks familiar. So, with this guy, because Sylvester showed me a gentleman this morning that had a very similar beard, and he brought it into the barbershop, and he said that he didn't like the way it was trimmed. But looking back on that picture, I do like it. So I'm going to suggest this to this guy. Maybe drop that line down a little bit farther. Rock a little bit of a tighter line where you can see the cheek is getting a little bit thin right there. Drop it down to the thickest point, and it can be a more tight beard. If you don't want to do that, maybe a circle beard or even a Van Dyke could be right up this guy's alley. Yeah. I think that would be really good for him because you can see it does get very thin in the sideburn area. So if you want to drop that down completely and just go to a Van Dyke or a circle beard, that would be perfect for this guy. In terms of the head hair on top, I cannot see it completely, but I think a side part would do this guy well. All right? There's that gong. High tower gong. I've been bad about that. I haven't been gonging at all. I'll do it this time. All right. Rock and roll, dude.
All right. So, again, killer beard.
Yep. Good ones today.
Yeah, and that color is, again, has kind of been an ongoing theme today.
Yeah.
So I love that. What I would recommend you do is if you're going for the full natural beard, that's awesome, which I think is what this gentleman is trying to accomplish.
I think so.
But what I would do is maybe clean up the cheek line just a little bit, and also kind of clean up the area going up into the mustache, and that'll really, not only will it give you a little more definition, but it'll really kind of highlight the skin and make that kind of look a little more clean versus, again, in this photo where it maybe look a little blotchy, but it's not.
Yeah, because of the random little hairs everywhere.
Yeah, because of the random little hairs. But if you clean that up,
Mm-hmm.
man, the natural beard would be really awesome. But we also tend to grow a little faster right here throughout the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted, you could probably see a barber to kind of professional clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, man, good growth.
I like the shape of that beard. Oh. I am so cautious about knocking that thing off. I mean, I'm not joking, guys. This is like on a wedge. So if I hit it too hard, it's probably just going to fall over and I'm going to get fired. You guys won't see me next week. Anyway, let's keep it going. We got a few more minutes on these. Wow. That's a great mustache right there.
When you're ready.
All right, let's do it.
You're on.
Holy cow. That is a big old handlebar mustache if I've ever seen one. With this gentleman right here, man, don't even touch that stash. Keep it the way it is. That's incredible. I really like when guys go the full showman route. It's very cool. I really dig it. Cheek lines, make sure that you are cleaning those up. It is getting a little sparse, or not sparse, but you can see like where the hair is starting to grow back. I'm guilty of that myself. You can probably see that. But always make sure that you're keeping that in check. In terms of the beard, every once in a while, if you want to go in, every 2 months, every, 5 weeks, go in there, just get the sides kind of brought in, just so you keep that nice classic round thing. Because if you're going to commit to the showman mustache, just go all the way, man. Go with the full, completely groomed beard. I think it would look really, really good on you. Now, in terms of the hair, do I have 10 seconds?
Yeah, you got 10.
I would encourage this guy again to maybe go for the full bald look. The bald head would just add to this amazing beard, man. The first thing everyone would see is that beard. Think about it. Tinny, so
Gave it a little,
and we'll make this the last
there.
one of today. All right.
Is this the last one?
Let's end off on this one today. Yeah. 1 minute. Do it.
Man, this is quite the beard to end the session on.
Very good beard.
Very, very good beard.
They were all good beards, but this one is
right.
especially good.
Oh, of course, every beard is
every
a good
beard
beard.
is
But
amazing.
this particular one is just, it's just like great density. You can tell he grows a very nice, thick mustache.
Absolutely.
And from the looks of it, from this angle, man, you're keeping pretty good maintenance on the cheek line. You're keeping maintenance really well maintained around the beard. I would imagine with this type of genetics, if he's maintaining this beard, he's probably getting it trimmed on a weekly, maybe even bi-weekly basis, right?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Are you saying like twice a week? This man's
Oh,
going
no,
to the
not
shop.
twice a week. Boy.
Could you imagine? Wow, that'd be intense.
But as far as the head hair, man, like it looks like you have a little bit of a receding hairline. I would just encourage you to maybe keep it shorter on the sides.
Definitely.
And maybe do a little texture with some sea salt spray to kind of give it a dry but still texturized
full
look. Yeah. But
Sweet. Overall,
good stuff, man.
Good style consultations this week, guys. Ooh, nice tinny one to end it off. Again, guys, I want to remind you. Oh, there we go. Now you can't see my legs as much. I was seeing a lot of leg when we were in that farther away shot when we were up in the corner. I was like, man, everyone knows that I'm wearing shorts. Anyway, again, guys, you've got the chance to enter in the giveaway. It is not closed yet. We've got it open for 16 more minutes. You got 16 more minutes to go enter into the giveaway. That is down in the description. Go ahead and give us your name, your email address, and your YouTube channel username. You got to be here for when we call. We are going to tag you in the chat. If you do not respond, you do not win. There's going to be 3. You get the chance to win one of 3 $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website. I'm going to be like a, what are those guys? Like the announcers? Or no, what are they? The auction guys? You know, like auction guys, they go faster and faster. I feel like I'm getting that so memorized.
Going
that
once,
little,
going
that
twice,
spiel.
going twice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh,
something like that.
Anyway. Let's pull back a mic and relax for a second. Let's get into special topics, man. So this is what we've been teasing the entire thing. And what we were teasing was addressing the hate, addressing the negativity that's been going on. And it seems like there's been a lot lately, especially in the YouTube community, especially in the bearded community, sometimes in the channel on the comments, you know? So I think in this time, a lot of guys are feeling very self-conscious about their beards, self-conscious about their style, and self-conscious about themselves as a whole, you know? And I think that it's time that we kind of take a step back and sort of wash away this negativity, you know, really kind of do a hard reset. Because I feel like we've gotten to a point where it's like, man, this is getting a little overwhelming. And I think that's just part of what happens when a channel grows. Get a lot more people on there that, you know, haven't been around. They don't really know how things work, or they I don't know, they bring something new to the table, and a lot of the times with that, you'll get a lot of trolls, and you'll get a lot of people that just, I don't know, they don't consider that there is a human being attached to that beard or a human being attached to that head of hair. You know, especially in the barbershop videos, so they'll say like, "Oh, this guy's ugly," or "This guy's terrible," or "That was a bad beard trim," or something like that. When really these are people that are showcasing themselves. They're showcasing their work, and they're showcasing really who they are, like the physical part of who they are. You know, their appearance. I mean, have you noticed that? I mean, did you notice that there was there any hate specifically on your video last Saturday?
There was, I think, one guy who maybe just didn't get the point of the video. But he did say like, "Oh, I could just tell this guy dreams of having a big beard." And
when that's really I feel like that misses the whole point.
Yeah, no, it definitely misses the whole point. And I mean, I don't know. I don't lose any sleep.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't dream about that.
I wish I was that way.
But I've also grown a full year to before as well.
That's true. You had a picture of yourself on the Beardbrand Instagram.
You know, and to kind of, I don't know, I'm drinking kombucha again. And this one,
the new drink.
This one today is Gingerade.
Gingerade.
And it could be a good antidote for all the haterade.
There's some serious haterade going on right now, man. Everyone's sipping that haterade, you know? But overall, man, I think that we'll go back to that video that we talked about yesterday, that aired yesterday, and that was, your beard does not suck.
No.
And a lot of people really did get the point of that. It wasn't just a video saying like, hey, everyone's beard is amazing. It really was, one of those things where you're supposed to read between the lines and see that there was kind of a deeper meaning to that. And saying that like, no, your beard does not suck. No, you do not suck. Because there's that negativity that's weighing a lot of people down right now. I don't know if it's the heat making everyone go crazy outside because it's summertime and everyone's mad because they're hot. But I gotta tell you, man, I actually went through and I saved a lot of pictures of comments from yesterday that were saying like, man, I was going to shave off my beard. And then I saw this video and you know what? I'm going to keep it now. And I think that's sometimes all it takes is someone just reaching out and saying like, hey, it's all good. Just take a moment, take a breath. It's all going to be good, man. And I know that can only go so far. You can't say, just roll with it. Everything's going to be okay, because there are things that go beyond just saying, hey, don't worry about it. There are heavier things that affect us in life that we can't just say, oh, it's all good. But I think for things like this, where people are just spouting hate online, I think it is one of those things where we can kind of take a step back. We can give each other encouragement, and we can work through these things.
Just to add to your thoughts here, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so interesting to me, and I might get on a little bit of a soapbox here, but it's so interesting to me how pop culture has influenced society to make things such a competition.
Yeah.
When it's at the end of the day, and I am a competitive person to a certain degree.
I think we all are.
I think we all are, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It feels good to win, right?
There is something about that. There's something human about that.
But at the same time, when it comes to just things in general, like it's such a competition. It's more likes, more visibility, more people. But growing out your beard and growing out your hair and involving your style and becoming a better person all around is not a race for being for the fast, for the most athletic and the most fastest. It's really growing out your beard and growing out your hair.
Right.
And you can attest to this. You're growing out your beard right now. Is it demands time. It demands patience. It
really does.
It really forces you to kind of center yourself and work on what I like to call a skill, and that skill is patience, right? Patience is not a gift.
No.
Patience is a skill that you have to constantly work on.
Yeah.
And I think patience can become a gift eventually when you have honed in on that skill.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, like, it's not a competition.
Absolutely.
It's, the beard and mustache competitions, those have a place, and they're very appropriate in my opinion. I love how they bring awareness to the community and how it brings people together to help make an impact for charity and for local communities.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, like, I think it's important for all of us to remember that we're doing this for ourselves. We grow our beard because it gives us confidence. It fosters that style and that confidence inside of us to go out and be an influence in our circles of influence, or make an impact on our circles of influence, rather. Told you I'd get on a soapbox, man.
No, man, that's what this is for. This is for us to discuss things and really hash things out and give us an opportunity to, interact with these people out here. I'm seeing a lot of really cool comments in here. And I know we are 20 seconds ahead in real time of what these guys are seeing. So it is kind of cool to see it all flow into like a moment or something you just made or some statement you just made. But overall, guys, I do think it's time that we kind of bring on the positivity and bring it back. And I'm going to kind of circle this back into a bigger not a bigger concept, but something that I revisited last night. I hadn't been on it in a while. I went on the Alliance, and I'd been pretty bad about the Alliance for the last, 5 or 6 days. I hadn't really gone on there. And I'm talking about the Beardbrand Alliance, by the way. That's, the private community that we have right now. It's still in beta. Sylvester's heading that up right now. We'll let you have the floor in a minute to talk all about that. But, man, there was something about that, just interacting with the people in there and seeing these guys that have been in the comments. I mean, a lot of these guys in the chat right now, they're over in the Alliance. Just seeing the positivity over there, man, and seeing a sense of community. It was really cool, and it kind of brought me back up. I really appreciate that that's a thing that we have.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of guys need that in their life. They need, a little bit of confidence in a community, because sometimes it can really feel like we're alone a lot of the times in the world. And to have somewhere, even if it's not a place where we're physically seeing all these guys every single day, just to see, just their text, just what they're writing, or to see the pictures, to see who these guys are. It's very cool. Now I'll let you talk about the Alliance a little bit, because we've already got a lot of people in here like, what's the Alliance?
Yeah, so if you don't know what the Alliance is basically a private community that is still in beta right now. So it's not yet launched out publicly. But we are basically wanting to create a space and an environment where you can talk about your hairstyle, you can talk about your beard style, you can talk about your attire style, but you can also share life, talk about the struggles of maybe raising a child, or maybe overcoming an addiction. Yeah. And so that's what the Alliance is. It's a place to gather guys or people of like-mindedness from around the world. So whether you are in Texas, suffering in the heat,
boiling alive,
or I think it's in Australia that it's cold right now, right? So
it's got to be cold.
It doesn't matter where you are around the world. You can connect with other like-minded people and have a place to connect in what we would call a troll-free environment.
Yep. And I mean, you can even see that there's even a few trolls in here right now, man. That place is really, really cool. There's something very special about it, and I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, and what, Josh, if it's okay with you, if you're good with this, if you have access, you can drop the application for the link down below. Again, we're still in beta, and as we get more seats, we're letting a few more people in. But if you're interested in joining the Alliance, throw an application in, and we'll definitely get back to you if there's availability.
Yeah, man. All right, we'll get off our collective soapboxes. I feel like we just got 2 inches higher up. All the soapboxes we just climbed on.
A little more gingerade.
A little bit of that gingerade to
no
combat
haterade.
that haterade, man. All right, now this is the part of the... I keep calling it the podcast. Why do I keep calling it that? Now it's part of the live stream where we turn the camera around. Or not camera around, but we turn the whole thing around and let you guys ask some questions, all right? We still have 5 minutes before we do the first drawing, but let's get into some questions. So hit us up with them. We got a laptop right off screen where we can see them. We'll answer these to the best of our abilities. Post those questions in the chat. Let's do it. Yeah? Yeah, Josh can read the question.
Okay. So the question I saw was, what's the difference between beard wash and regular shampoo? Because in the area this person's in, their beard wash is not as readily available, so they just want to know the difference.
The difference between... Okay, so the question is, what is the difference between beard wash and regular shampoo? And a lot of guys make this mistake. I mean, I did this same exact thing. I was putting Head and Shoulders in my beard. Oh, man, that was bad. Anyway, the difference is the beard wash is formulated specifically for your beard. If you've noticed, You know, a lot of times you can feel your beard. It does not feel anything like the hair on your head, okay? It's a lot coarser. It can be a lot curlier. It can come in completely different, and it's not that soft sort of like long, silky kind of feel that you can get with your head hair. That being said, you got to treat it like it's something differently. You know, you're not going to brush your teeth with what you're going to put on your body, you know, or anything like that. It's formulated specifically to cleanse your beard, to work with the skin underneath your beard, and really contribute to the overall health of your beard. I've noticed since I've started using it, my beard's getting a little bit softer. I mean, I always follow up with a little bit of beard softener, so that always helps. It's like conditioner for your beard. But even if I'm just rocking the beard wash on some days, it does feel a bit better than when I'm just using nothing in there, like when I'm doing water. Now, you don't use it every single week or every single day. I do it 2 to 3 times a week.
Well, you don't use a beard wash every day?
I don't, not every single day. It depends on the type of beard you have. I've got a very rough and wiry and coarse beard, so I use beard softener every day, but every 2 to 3 days, or sometimes 4, depending on what I'm doing, I use the beard wash, and then I follow with the softener. So hopefully that clears it up. Shampoo, keep that to your head because that's what it's made for. Beard wash, keep it to your beard because that's what it's made for, because it's going to work with the type of hair here and the skin underneath, all right?
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, like, the texture of your hair starts to change right around your
right around.
sideburns.
Right.
Your hair is different than your beard, and so regular traditional shampoo is formulated to handle as many follicles as you have on your head, and beard wash and softener are formulated to handle a little less follicles, which you have less follicles in your beard than you do your head hair. So
So hopefully that,
maybe that point across. Kind of stretches a little bit more of that info for you.
Absolutely, man. And people are saying that, they're co-washing. Co-washing is when you do use the beard softener every day.
Absolutely.
So that's called co-washing. All right. Sweet. Country or rock, and why? I like rock. And why? And why? I don't know. I grew up on rock and roll. Sue me.
Neither. I just listen to white noise.
Yeah, you just listen to white noise every day. Here's a good one. And this kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier with the negativity. This is from Andrew, by the way. Andrew asks, what's the best way to deal with friends and colleagues not liking your beard? I think communication is key. When you're growing a beard in a workplace, you always want to communicate with your superiors or your coworkers that, this is the goal that you're working for, so that you don't walk in with, if your beard's going wild, there is that awkward phase where the beard doesn't look perfect. And you just want to be able to show them that, like, hey, this is not the final goal. I'm working towards something. But if they don't like it in general, man, it is your beard, You can walk up to anyone on the street and go, hey, I hate your haircut. They're not going to go shave their head.
Right.
They're not going to completely, change their haircut because one person said it to them. Now, it may affect them. I'm not saying that's not going to resonate with you every single day, or it's not going to, get to you at times. But again, man, going back to it, your beard does not suck. Your beard does not suck. And it is ultimately up to you to decide whether or not you want to keep it, whether you want to change the style. You can work with a style that maybe is more conventionally attractive or works better with your face shape. And we've got plenty of videos that help you get to that point. And there's plenty of awesome people in the comments that will help you get to that. And there's plenty of people that you can reach out to here that will help you get to that point. You can send your pictures and we can give you a style consultation right here live.
Yeah. So if you don't mind if I piggyback
Absolutely,
on that.
Man.
I think what it boils down to is respect. Respecting yourself, respecting others. And, I think it's very possible for you to grow your beard and wear a beard, even in a professional setting.
Yeah,
I remember when I first started to grow my beard out about 5 years ago, and I decided to commit to the long process of it.
Yep.
And my buddies would say, "Oh, it's a patchy beard," or working in a very professional suit and tie environment at that time in my life. Some people just kind of giving me the looks, and
they weren't really
fortunately nobody from HR ever sat me down, so I don't have that experience. But I will tell you that keeping your appearance well, like keeping your neckline clean, keeping your cheek line clean, making sure you style it with styling balm or with mustache wax, or you keep it conditioned. Brushing it. Those types of things will help create that invisible wall of respect automatically in a professional environment. But at the end of the day, for me, I would recommend just, it boils down to respect. You respect yourself, you respect others, and if other people can't respect you, that is not a sign of who you are. It's a sign of who they are.
Yeah, man. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Josh, we are at 2:40 or 3:45 Eastern time right now, so why don't we go ahead and draw that first name? In the meantime, we will answer a few more questions. One person did ask, I wonder if anyone in the crew likes Pearl Jam or grunge era stuff. That's actually my favorite type of rock, ironic or coincidentally. Anyway.
Fun fact on my side real quick.
Oh, yeah?
I'll bring it over so I can talk about it. Because I'm gonna.
There he is in the shadows.
Yeah, this light back here is awful. Fun fact about me: my little brother is an amazing drummer and plays only grunge stuff, and it's so fun to hear him play. Sweet. But
there you go.
That's just me.
Nice.
So need to see one of his shows. All right. Temple Smoke or Old Money? I have the sample of Old Money, and it's great. This is Jose's question. Okay, so this one changes, and I did talk about, or no, I don't think. I think I talked about this in the Alliance yesterday.
What's the question?
Temple Smoke or Old Money? Which one do you prefer? Yeah, that one puts me in a bit of a bind. Because Old Money is my all-time favorite, but I have not used it. I think I've used it once in the last 2 weeks because I've been using Temple Smoke every single day. I think it's because it's hot and it's summer, and there's something about when Temple Smoke is hot and it's hot out and you can smell Temple Smoke a little bit. I don't know. It works a little bit better with my beard in this type of heat. I don't know. Which one would you reach for?
Both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like that's a
I would go for
answer.
No, it's a legit answer. I like to alternate between fragrances. I tend to lean more towards Old Money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Temple Smoke.
All right, Temple Smoke.
Temple Smoke's my jam, man. That's what I like to wear. But that doesn't mean that I don't like the other fragrances like Old Money and Four Vices.
Yep.
I think Four Vices is very, very special in the summertime. It's light, but it still gives you that quality feel and that quality aroma.
Yeah.
And I know we're not talking about Four Vices. The question is between Old Money and Temple Smoke. But my point is like you don't have to if you're undecided between the three fragrances or two fragrances, get them both and then alternate. One on a Monday and one on a Tuesday and one on a Wednesday and one on a Thursday and all week.
Yeah, man. I mean, literally every time I use Old Money, it's like my going out beard oil. Like whenever I'm going to go on a date or whatever with my girlfriend, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of Old Money in there. Yeah. She doesn't care, but I like it. Anyway, do we have our first winner, Josh? 1, 2. Time's up.
2, 1.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people are saying... actually, that was Greg. I was going to say...
I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Donut 999.
Donut 999.
Donut 999 is our winner number 1. Let's make sure that they are here. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Donut, if you are here, please respond. If not, we're going to give it to someone else, man. Man. Let's just make sure that they are here. Congrats, Donut. I think everything's just catching up with them. Yeah. So let's save the gong until they're here. Yeah, John's like, I'm here. That's not you, John. Unless that is, in which case you didn't do it right. Guys, you got to make sure that you're putting in your YouTube channel name. I do not want to miss this chance. That's great. Congrats, Donut. Are you here? Are you here? In the meantime, I'm going to look for another question. Josh, keep your eye on the chat. Make sure that...
I'm looking.
See if they're there. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have in terms of questions? What do you guys think about a beard transplant when you have a bald spot? Now, this is... Okay, I did see this one, actually. I'm just keeping my eye on the chat, too, to make sure the Donut's here. Beard transplant is an interesting topic. And it's kind of one of those things that not a lot of people talk about. Oh, there's Donut. Okay, sweet. Donut is here. I almost just knocked that thing off. Okay. Beard transplants are one of those things that I feel like is kind of the elephant in the room for a lot of guys. And I hate to admit that it is one of those things that I did a bit of research into when I was younger. You know, my beard wasn't connecting at all right here. I was probably 19 when I was doing this. And for those of you guys who don't know, a beard transplant is essentially like a hair transplant. They take hair follicles for a different part of your body. I'm not sure where, technically for everyone. Usually it's a weird place. But they graft it pretty much onto your face. And this is a very dumbed down version of this whole explanation. But basically they're putting the follicles onto your face so that your beard will grow out. And some guys have done this in the past, and some guys are still doing this. But personally, I don't think I'm on board with that anymore. I mean, it is your body. You're completely fine to do whatever you want with your face and your beard. But personally, if I could encourage you to, I've got a different mindset on it nowadays. I don't have the same thoughts that I did when I was 19. It was a very immature thought of me to go like, well, it's never going to grow in, so I should just get the transplant. I'd encourage guys to either grow what they have or give it more time than they've ever given it before. In the future, we'll probably make a video talking about that. But for now, that's probably all I can say on that without getting a little bit more research. Okay? Anyway, in the meantime, let's get another winner drawn and let's answer some more questions. Yeah. All right? Do we have another question in the meantime? Did you see any?
While you're looking for a question, I'll share. So for somebody, I think somebody had asked what we were drinking or what I was drinking.
This is the kombucha report with Sylvester.
Yeah, this is the kombucha section of the stream.
I think we did this last week.
GTS kombucha, and
sponsor us.
This is ginger ale today, but I really like this particular brand because it's got the least amount of sugars, and and because they give like these words of enlightenment. And this one says, you already know what it is you desire. Next, you must focus on allowing yourself to receive.
I do like that. I feel like that should be a running thing. If you are able to get a kombucha for every time we do this, and maybe when we're like full on in the new studio, we can have it like behind us or something. I don't know. Either way, I don't know, man. I do like that. Don't like kombucha. Don't like the flavor, man. I just every time I drink it, my stomach feels like it's a washing machine, just churning and burning, man.
Got to get this cleaning you out, man.
But besides that, man, yeah. I'm not going to get into that. We get into some weird topics on this thing, but we are not getting into cleaning ourselves out.
I saw somebody ask a question about Goldline wash and softener.
Yeah, go.
And I think if all goes according to production schedule, it should come out in September.
I think that's around the time.
Is that around the time?
We're not going to say any sort of definite date, but yeah, that's. I think that's what we're going to go for. Okay, that's all we can really say on that one. We're not the product dev team, guys. We can't give a personal thing for every single one. Anyway, what was it? There was a question I was going to ask. Or it's a question that someone asked. Real quick, I'm going to ask a question of my own. Josh, do we have a second winner?
Yes.
Sweet. Let's tag them in the chat real quick. And then I'll answer this question that actually I saw twice, now that I think about it. By the way, guys, if you're tagged in the chat, you must respond just like the thing says. And one other person said, who is the funniest person at Beardbrand?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, it depends on the day, really.
Yeah.
There are some days when we'll come in, like, very quiet, like, just heads down work. And then some days, like Fridays, will just be, like, everyone will be the funniest person. I don't know. Greg said it was Eric, but anyway.
Yeah.
Who is our second winner,
Greg
Josh?
hasn't met Justin yet.
Oh, sorry. Second winner was John J. Johnson.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
He was the one that said he was here earlier, like trying to get donuts. Yeah. Let's see if John is... John, are you still here? John?
Hello?
I know that he's probably in here. He probably just didn't see it yet. It might be a little bit of a delay. So, John, if you are in here, you are winner number 2. Congrats, buddy. Hope that you're here. That would be pretty sad. Oh, wait. Actually, this is a cool tip. I like this guy's tip. Jake Boss says, I store my beard oils and balms in a wine fridge just at above room temperature. It works awesome. That actually sounds really good. I've almost done that myself where I was going to put my beard oil in the fridge and then put it on my beard because it was like really hot in my apartment one day. I might start doing that. I don't have a wine fridge personally, but maybe I'll look into like a mini fridge and just like turn the temperature up on it or something. Anyway, is John in here? Let's double check. Yeah, there he is. All right, John, you are winner number 2. Woo! Sweet. All right, we got one more winner, but we still got 5 minutes before we get out of here. Let's answer a few more questions. Let me just take a sip of this agua. You guys can't tell. I've got allergies right now. I feel like my throat's on fire.
Here's a question. Can I win?
Can I win? You sure can.
You can.
We still got one more winner on the board.
And if you don't win today, you can win when? Next week?
Week after that.
After that.
Week after that. Just keep going. I don't know. We'll just keep it going, man. Anyway, so this was a question. I am really bad about teasing stuff and then just like forgetting. I'm very easily sidetracked. It's like Jeff Goldblum whenever they interview. I'm like, oh, and then this happens. But one person asked, what is my thoughts on Scott Barnes? Scott Barnes, if you guys don't know, is another YouTuber, very cool guy. Well, there's part of my opinion, who makes stuff on YouTube about beards and other stuff. He does some motocross stuff, does some building things, and he seems, or a lot of people think that he seems to have an obsession with me. It's a little weird. He's only put out 2 videos about me. And they are those Let It Grow series. He's been doing this. He did one on Ryan Reynolds most recently, I think. I don't know. I haven't checked the channel in a while. Yeah, it was Ryan Reynolds, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's it called? Scott Barnes made these 2 videos. And really, guys, I mean, I don't care that much. I think, honestly, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, someone's talking about me. This is so cool. I feel like a real celebrity. But in all honesty, I like Scott. I think he's a cool guy. Maybe eventually down the line we'll do a feature with him. I don't know. I don't harbor any ill will towards Scott. Seems like a very cool guy. He likes motocross. I like motocross. Maybe we can bond over that someday. He plays Fortnite. I play Fortnite. Maybe we'll play Fortnite together. Anyway, besides that, nothing else to say, man. Just a cool guy making videos, you know?
Yeah.
I don't hate anyone.
What else can you
I don't really hate anyone on YouTube, man.
But I will say, if he's putting you in the same grouping as Ryan Reynolds, that's
that is that's pretty nice.
Good,
so far it is literally just me and Ryan Reynolds, and there's 2 videos of me, so I'm like, feel pretty big for my own britches. All right, let's go ahead and tag another guy in the chat. Do we have our 3rd winner, Josh?
We do indeed.
Sweet. Let's answer another question while you're doing that. This is a great one. Product in before you blow dry or after you blow dry? And how often do you blow dry? So I like to put my product in before I blow dry. I've been doing utility balm lately over beard oil, and I put it in. I like to coat my beard nice and well. And I've been doing it a lot more lately with utility balm because the skin underneath my beard, because it's been so hot out, has gotten really dry. So I've been really making sure that I'm getting the balm underneath the skin, or underneath the hair onto the skin. And then I'll use the blow dryer hot for just a little bit, you know, and I'll use my brown brush or I'll use my comb, depending on how curly it is. And I do it every single day. I did it today, and I did it yesterday, and I will probably do it tomorrow.
How often do you blow dry?
Just said every single day, man.
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Probably not going to do it when I go on vacation because I feel like everyone's going to be like, wow, you're fishing and you're blow drying your beard, but I don't know, man. If I can somehow wrangle a blow dryer, you know, I might just do it.
Is there a particular reason or method to your madness, Jack, when it comes to that, putting on the product before you blow dry?
You know, it honestly just goes off of one thing that Mahesh said. It was he believes that it protects the hair, and I think it does. I think there really is something to it. If anything, it just puts my mind at ease, and it gives me a little bit more hold before I blow dry. It gets a little bit more shape because then it gives me the opportunity to really get it in there, sort of get my stuff into place, and then I can blow dry it and get it in. All right?
Yep.
So that's my thing, man. Didn't realize Jack was a glamper. Oh, you should see how fast I get it done, though. In that video where I actually showed people like how long I blow dry my stuff, I actually wish that I had gone faster because that is not as fast as I usually go. So everyone's like, man, Jack spends like 10 minutes in the bathroom like blow drying his beard every morning? That's weird. It really isn't that long. All right. So let's tag the 3rd person in the chat.
Already did.
Oh, we already did?
He's here.
Oh, who was it?
It was Gani.
I want to see you say this.
Ozturk?
What's that?
Gani Ozturk.
Were they here?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. They're our 3rd winner. Sweet. Oh,
Congrats.
okay. Congrats to our 3 winners, guys. You will get your gift cards in your emails shortly after this. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Should we answer any more questions? I mean, I see we're at time now, so I don't really think we have any time, but were there any closing thoughts that you wanted to say, anything? Or I think we covered a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
this
man,
one.
we addressed the haterade.
Yeah, we
and
addressed the haterade. We got our gingerade over here. We had the kombucha report of the week. We talked about everything and anything in between, man. We got beards. We got mustaches. We told people to shave their heads. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Good live stream.
Good live stream.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
We'll be here next week. I will not be here. I will be on vacation, but it will still be Sylvester, and I believe Eric will be here in my place this time next week. Hoping to get the new studio up and running pretty soon, so we will not always be on this couch. And until then, guys, keep on growing.